You are listening to Crime, Coffee, and Crafts, a podcast featuring two crafty besties who love true crime and a good cup of joe.
Coffee.
I mean, that was just for the YouTube watchers. that face I made. Welcome.
Welcome. Hello again. Here we are.
Welcome to another episode
Of Crime, Coffee, and
Crafts.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Hey, I have a fun
What's
fact.
up?
I just
Yes.
thought of it too. Do you know what it's called when you make funny noises or funny voices? There's actually a term for it.
Is there a term? I
Yes.
don't know the term.
It's called footling.
Fiddling.
I'm footling.
Footling? Ooh.
I love
Let's
it.
fiddle some more.
Yeah.
Fiddling.
Okay.
Dude,
Dude, where's your
hey guys,
brother
we're just what?
where's your brother when we need him to like do the horse sound?
Oh,
Remember he was really good at that.
He made the horse noise.
Does he
Yeah,
still do
sorry to put you on the spot there, brother. I don't know.
I'm sure he does. He's got kids. Like,
I'm sure I know that he reads to the kids.
he taught
and
me to make the
it's
horse
very
sound.
animated. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all pretty animated when we speak or when we read stories to the kids. Like,
I mean, I'm just animated. Period.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
kind of just how we are.
Yeah. That's why we all get along.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, coffee. We've had a little bit today. This is episode 2 of recording day.
Yes.
But probably episode
18?
18?
I think.
Because I'm evens, right? I think you're
Yeah.
odds, I'm even.
I'm
so
definitely
I think
odd.
So today I am drinking this. So my birthday, it was last week. And I got lots of gifts.
It was last week. It was really a while ago when this come out.
Yeah, sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
I got a new coffee. It's actually really good. I've never heard of it, but it's bulletproof.
Yeah, bulletproof
Have you?
is a diet. And the guy, Bulletproof, I don't know if anybody has ever studied it, but in my world, in the Pilates industry, like we always know about all this stuff. So Bulletproof is, it feeds your brain. So they're like one of the only brands of coffee that does not have mold.
Hence the Mentalist.
Yes.
So this is what this is called. It's Bulletproof, the Mentalist. And Bulletproof is an integrated approach to mind-body nutrition that helps transform the way you feel.
Yep.
Unleash your limitless potential with Bulletproof.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100% Arabica coffee. This one is the medium dark roast, so it's not totally dark and it's not medium.
Right.
It's got notes of cherry, almond, and caramel.
Yeah. So that's actually a really, really, and I mean like really good coffee.
It tastes delicious. I really am enjoying it.
It's funny that I know about it, but like the Bulletproof guy, the guy that wrote the book, the guy that did all the research on it, there's more to it than what you think. And that's actually, I think it would be good for you to research it because it's just good for your brain. Mm-hmm. That was his whole point. And so that's like one of the only coffees in the world that doesn't have mold in it.
Interesting.
All coffee beans and teas have mold in them.
I mean, there's mold in like all of our things.
But yeah, that coffee is really good.
It
So
is. It's enjoyable. I
that's
am
exciting.
liking it. So get you some bulletproof.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
My crafts. So I did a couple things. Like, so I have my mixed media,
Mm-hmm.
and I really wanted to share these. These are a pair of paintings that I
Oh,
did embroidery stitch on. And two of my favorite artists in history are, most people know I love Vincent van Gogh. And then also Salvador Dali.
dude,
So
same and same.
I know they're awesome.
Okay,
And
carry
we
on.
like the same. Okay. All right.
I'm like,
So
whoa.
my first craft I'm sharing, which these are for sale per usual. We sell
And
everything.
and I will post pictures to the Instagram
Okay.
for sure.
So these are a pair because I did opposite painting on
Ooh,
them. Like
okay.
the color blocks are
Mm,
opposite. And
okay.
then I put the stitching over. So
Nice.
this one
That's so cool.
is Vincent van Gogh.
That is so cool. It looks like sun, like the sun.
And it's hard to tell, but that is actually, I stitched
Oh
his
yeah.
profile in there.
Oh yeah.
And I'm really proud of this one. I think I did a pretty good job on the mustache.
Ooh, on the
But
mustache. Oh, that's so cool, dude.
there's
Oh,
your mustache.
I
Salvador
love it.
Dali. So as they sit next to each, if you, I think
The
they look better like this.
yes. Oh my God, they're so cool. I love it.
So
I love it.
a, does that make sense?
Yeah,
So they're opposite
absolutely.
um color blocks.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I think they're 16 by 20.
I
I'd
don't
have to
measure.
measure them again.
Yeah,
So that's that. Those are my
amazing.
paintings. Then I thought about life in general, how we're getting away from like actually interacting and old
Mhm.
school methods and ways of communicating. And I don't know for you, I think that you are the same way as myself, but I love getting personalized mail
Yeah,
instead of just bills and ads for
yeah,
junk. I really love getting letters. And I think that in any kind of friendship, relationship, family situation, it's just a neat thing to get back to probably doing that.
right.
So these are some ideas I came up with for other people that are in relationships or want to write a letter to a friend. I need to do better at this.
I think we all need to do better at it.
And
I love it.
I am single probably for life, so I won't ever have a person to write a letter to in a love letter type situation.
Right, right.
But I do have,
I have friend letters from Kristen from way back.
yeah.
Seriously.
So I did a bunch of I did pencil drawings, and then I went over them with markers. I can't
Oh,
speak.
cool. That's okay.
So you
Oh
take your blank
my God.
envelope
Seriously? That is so
and
freaking cool.
so this is also a good idea if you have a loved one in the military and send care
Yeah.
packages.
Yes.
So
Because it's really hard
see,
to feel love and connection when you are fighting a
do
war.
you see that the LVE are trunk like tree?
Oh, cool.
It's better to
Yeah.
see in the
Yeah. When you get up
picture,
close,
but
you can see it.
yeah. So then
Definitely.
the other thing is like if you're sending care packages to long distance people, you can send several letters and then you can probably like a good idea is to like write open when you're feeling sad
Right.
or needing affirmations of whatever. So you can,
Right.
put in your little open win.
Oh, I
This
love this
one I
idea.
I like for romantics.
Oh, that's beautiful, Kristen. Holy shit. I love
This one is
that.
this one's a funny one.
Hold me. I'm trying. That's
um,
fantastic.
I like this one.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And there's this one.
Yes. Very
It's just
cool.
kind of like it's a world, but it's a
Yeah, I
compass,
love
and
it.
then you have the different little pictures on. Here's a sailor. The
Oh,
other
he's
suggestion
cool.
is, yeah, isn't he
He would
cool?
be a cool tattoo.
I know,
I
right?
hate to point that out, but like he'd be a really cool tattoo.
So the other thing is, whoever you're doing your letters for, try and think of things that they are into, like if they like any special
Right.
authors or any hobbies they may like. Um, there's Mark Twain,
Nice.
you know. This one I think is pretty neat. It's heart, but its arms embracing.
Oh my gosh. That is cool.
And then I don't know why, but that's a pretty cool castle. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I did those.
Those are really cool. I like,
So
and
maybe it'll give other people ideas on
yeah, that's like
writing to their
seriously,
loved ones.
that is something I never ever would have thought to do also. So like, thank you. That's cool.
You're welcome.
I'm not an artist like you,
But you can take simple things and
yes.
it just gives it more of a personal touch.
Yes.
And
Definitely.
some of my drawings are simple, some are more intricate,
Well, you can
but I had
also
fun
get
had
stickers
fun
and
doing
stuff
them.
too.
Oh yeah, you can
Make like
decorate
collages.
however you want.
Yeah. I love it.
Hmm.
Very nice.
Thank you. Thank
Very,
you.
very nice. Creative.
Trigger warnings.
Oh, here we go. Bring it
Trigger
on.
warnings are murder. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna have to take a break from cannibalism for a while. Because
Well,
we
you know
keep getting
what?
into it. It's just
We just, if they come up, they come up. I mean,
I
it's
know.
not our.
There are, it's just like every week a story just jumps out at my face sometimes, and I just have to cover it. So
Jumps it at your face. I love it.
it jumps at my face. So trigger warnings are murder, dismemberment, cannibalism, and mental health issues,
Okay.
i.e., schizophrenia. And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Sad
Mm-hmm.
face.
So this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. At least that's what Peter Michael Green would say. Did you like that? You like my little?
That was awesome. Okay. Carry on.
Yes. So in 1993, Mr. Green was dating a woman named Carolyn Blanton. They both lived in Alamosa, Colorado, which is a city with a population of about 9,000 people.
Ooh, tiny.
Yeah, it's not very big, and you can find it in the San Luis Valley in south central Colorado. Apparently, Alamosa has natural wonders such as hot springs, rolling dunes, and towering mountain peaks, which make it an outdoor lover's paradise.
Sounds like I want to go on vacation there.
I know. I want to go see this place.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for Mr. Green, Alamosa became the place of his horrific murder.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Sorry. In November of 1993, Mr. Green seemed to have gone missing, and friends of the 51-year-old artist, he was an artist like us. I'm not sure what kind of artist because they don't really talk about him much, but his friends hadn't heard from him since the 11th of November in 1993.
Jeez.
So, which naturally they got very worried and reported him missing. So, good on the friends for
thankfully
trying.
he had some good friends who were paying
He
attention.
had some support, yeah. For some reason, the initial search and well check on Mr. Green came up with nothing. I'm not sure why. I don't get it. Like, if you're doing a well check, we usually go straight to the home.
Right.
But it sounds like from this, they didn't go to the home. Or went to the home and didn't
maybe there was just
much checking.
Oh.
The friends continued to still search for his whereabouts because they couldn't believe that he had just gotten up, walked away, and left and started a new life somewhere else.
Right.
They felt like that was just not what he was about.
Right.
So fast forward a couple months, in the beginning of 1994, Mr. Green's friends went to his house to go through his belongings and see if they could come up with anything. And unfortunately, what they found was a gruesome discovery.
How gruesome.
Well, fancy you should ask. Because the friends found a locker in Mr. Green's home, which housed a torso wrapped in a blanket with gunshots from a .25 caliber handgun.
The fuck?
Just the torso.
Okay, so really the cops didn't even go inside.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way.
There's no
I
way.
would think that they would smell something, or
and
maybe they didn't
I have a
go
question.
through all the stuff. Yeah.
Was he in a house or an apartment? Did we already say that?
From what it sounds like, it's a home, it's a house.
Okay, so maybe there wasn't a smell. And if it was winter.
Mm-hmm.
So it was fucking
in
cold.
Colorado, so it was cold.
Yeah, maybe there wasn't a smell.
Maybe.
Damn.
So this discovery kicked off a murder investigation, and rightfully so. The murder investigation brought detectives to a remote area away from his home where they discovered Mr. Green's head.
But okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So detectives still had the task of finding the rest of Mr. Green and who done it. Where's this murderer at? Who's
also, what if
who's dismembering this man?
Like,
and
what if you just were walking along and came upon a head? Like literally a head. I would flip the fuck out.
Well, I mean, I would start making a perimeter.
I'd probably just call 911.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the head. A couple days after they found the head, an anonymous tip came in with a report of bones in a dumpster. This dumpster was at an apartment complex.
Oh boy.
The bones were from human legs, and the flesh was cut off and missing.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell it's been cut off.
Cut off. It wasn't like ripped off, shot off, eaten off.
Right.
It was
cut off.
Filleted.
The only reason you fillet something off is to cook it and eat it.
Not saying anything yet.
Just saying.
But I did say there was cannibalism already. So the sheriff's captain of this agency, his name was Les Scharf. I'm saying that horribly wrong.
How's
probably
it spelled?
LES is the first name.
Yeah.
And the last name is Sharff.
Sounds like Sharf. Yeah.
This is what I'm gathering, but I could be saying it wrong. He testified about the human leg bones, saying the flesh and the meat were off the legs. They had been totally cut away from the bones themselves, from the ankle up.
I mean, gross, but
yeah.
I mean, yeah. People, I'm thinking from an animal, like, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Somebody took it to a whole new level.
Somebody just, I don't know.
Yikes.
The apartment complex where this dumpster was located housed a woman named dun 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 Carolyn Blanton.
She sounds pleasant.
They call her the other Colorado cannibal.
Okay.
Because apparently there was an original Colorado cannibal.
There was already a Colorado cannibal.
So I guess they couldn't get much more creative.
I guess not.
With the name for her. So the original Colorado cannibal is Alfred Packer. He was a wilderness guide and apparently became a cannibal because he needed to survive in the winter of 1874. So whoever he was wilderness guiding died and he needed to survive. He did I don't know.
For survival only?
I would have to like do more research on the man.
I mean,
but
yeah.
There were, I believe, 5 deaths.
Jeez.
And he used their bodies to survive.
Donner party of however many people were in there.
Yeah. So this is where we get the other Colorado cannibal name for Miss Carolyn Blanton.
All right.
And she was Mr. Green's girlfriend.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, "You look tasty. Want to go out?"
Oh.
So gross. I'm sorry I said that.
It's okay. It's all right. Due to the information, detectives got a search warrant for Miss Blanton's apartment, rightfully so. Because girlfriend, bones in dumpster at apartment, away from her boyfriend's house where the torso was found.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's some links there for sure.
A few evidentiary things going on. What they found in this apartment was even worse than the gruesome discovery of Mr. Green's torso by his friends in his home. So, what did we find? Miss Blanton had a hatchet, knives, forceps, a homemade silencer, and a handgun that was a .25 caliber.
Literally everything. Everything that they needed to be correct. Like, she fucking did it.
But it gets worse. Yeah. Booker Dano. It gets worse. They found human body parts pickled in jars.
Oh God, she was pickling him?
Yeah. Pickled him in jars. And then they found a large pot filled with stew on the stove. And a bowl containing that stew on a table with chunks of Mr. Green's flesh.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, guys. Really, I really am. I hope you're not eating out there right now.
Oh, anybody who eats while listening to this has issues anyway. Sorry about it, but like really. I mean,
as I drink my coffee.
Ooh, you just roboticked as you drank.
Oh, did I?
Coffee. Ooh. It was like blah 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 blah.
Oh boy. So I'm sorry, I gotta take a break.
Anybody who's eating stew, just put it away, okay?
Just put it away.
If you're hungry, eat
Put it
some
away.
crackers. Just eat some crackers and yeah.
Drink some ginger ale.
Mhm.
Miss Blanton was immediately arrested and charged for the murder of Mr. Green and other charges, considering she dismembered his body and ate him.
Yeah. She's and it
Uh,
I keep thinking about Dahmer
right.
because like
Because he
the
he was the
apartment building,
original.
the
Yeah.
apartment building thing is just it doesn't make any sense to me. Like if you are going to eat people, live out in the middle of fucking nowhere where you don't have neighbors.
Right.
I mean, not to give cannibals a tip, but like, yo,
No, but an apartment complex is probably not your best option.
that's pretty extremely the
You're
wrong
gonna get
option.
caught. You're gonna get caught. Things are
Yeah.
gonna lead you.
Yes.
Yeah. So during her pre-trial at arraignment, Miss Blanton pled innocent by reason of insanity. And in 1997, the judge over the trial decided after doctors said she was mentally unfit for trial that she was to be committed to the Colorado Mental Health Institute in Pueblo, Colorado.
Okay. I
Yeah.
mean,
She never went to trial.
interesting.
It gets better.
Okay.
While under a psychiatrist's care and with medication, her mental health improved. And in 1999, she decided she would no longer be Carolyn Blanton and changed her name legally to Jane Lynn Woodry.
Oh boy. Okay.
Now, you're not going to believe this,
They let
but
her go, didn't they?
for I guess 8 years, she was under the care of the psychiatrist, taking her medicine regularly. And in 2005, she was allowed to move into an apartment off the hospital grounds.
Why would they think that this was going to go well?
Yeah.
I
So,
know where
mind
this
you,
was
it
going.
was a very controversial decision, and I'm not sure who was smoking what,
For
but
real, bro.
they allowed this woman who brutally murdered her boyfriend, cooked and pickled him, and ate him to live outside the hospital and live a seemingly normal life.
In with a different name and who's making sure she takes her medication? No one, because you can't legally force that.
Well, apparently, there were conditions for her release, which included holding a job, attending
Oh,
AA meetings, which none of this
kind of,
leads to.
yeah.
I don't know. They don't really say she was an alcoholic, but apparently
But
she got to go to AA meetings and also receiving her regular medication for schizophrenia.
I mean, they
They
don't have
found
like
her to be a schizophrenic.
they don't have cannibalist meetings. So
Well, true. So I guess you're gonna.
I guess. I mean,
Yeah. I don't know. This
interesting for sure.
I have so
Yeah.
many questions.
Yeah.
She also had to meet with her case manager 3 times a week. Her psychiatrist said that when she's on medication, she's not a danger to herself or others. But the key word there, when she's on her medication.
Yeah. Mhm.
Apparently, Miss Blanton is quoted in saying that she's deeply ashamed of what she had done and claimed the person who killed Peter Green is not me.
She trying to claim a like
She's just
multiple
trying to.
personality thing.
I think she was just saying that her mental
I
illness
mean, I understand her
caused
mental
her to go
illness.
off the rails, but she doesn't explain the fact that she did what she did or why she did what she did.
Right.
He just came up with this insanity plea.
Oof.
Um so with this very strange outcome, Miss Blanton, or shall we call her now Miss Woodry,
Yeah.
She's a very rare kind of criminal because she's a murderess and cannibal who walks free.
It's disturbing.
My problem with this is when everybody gets complacent and thinks, oh, she's a fine citizen
She's been doing
and
so
lovely
well.
to be around,
Mm-hmm.
and she's doing so well. Well, she's got different people to come in for her care, for her treatment, because that one psychiatrist is not going to be a psychiatrist for her entire life.
Right.
So somebody else is going to come in. Somebody's going to slip up somewhere.
Or the people
So,
she's supposed to check in with 3 days a week.
right.
Yeah.
People change jobs.
And
So is
caseworkers are
this
overloaded. They
right?
are.
So what if she stops taking her medication?
That's
What if she ends up with another victim, or worse, multiple victims? Now, mind you, she is alive and well and carrying on, but I have to say, if I had done what she had done, there's no way in hell anybody's letting me go roam around free
no.
and just live my life. Just here we are.
Yeah, because I don't think
Murderous Kristen, who ate her boyfriend, is now running around rampant, just living her life.
Yeah. And are they like trying to say that like schizophrenia causes
Makes
cannibalism?
I know. That's
it,
what I'm like. There's
I
so many open questions without answers.
yeah,
I'm
I've
like,
never heard that. That's wild.
right?
Like completely fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
She ate someone
Uh-huh.
and basically got away with it.
Yeah. She just lives about her life. So we unfortunately, with this case, there's not a whole lot of backstory, so we don't really know exactly what transpired between the couple.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's ashamed of killing her boyfriend in the action she took, then it seems possible that she just maybe had a mental break and that there was no like abuse or bad relationship. They're saying that she just went off the rails.
Okay.
I wish to know more about Mr. Green and his life, but unfortunately there's not much. So if anyone out there is listening, and has more information, I'd love to hear what they know, especially from those friends that cared enough to keep fighting to look for him and are probably still mourning the loss of their friend.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. You don't just get over that. There's no way.
No, especially in that horrific way. It's tragic and
that's pretty horrendous. Like real fucking horrendous.
Yeah, and now you have so many questions. So if anyone out there's listening and has more
she's
info,
still out there alive, running around doing whatever she wants. Okay.
In Pueblo, Colorado.
All right. So don't move to Pueblo, anyone.
I'm not living there.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna text Katie and be like, "Don't ever move to Pueblo until this lady is dead." Because she
is alive, and I hope that she's doing well, and I really hope that things are going good in her life. But
I hope she stays.
It's also horrible. Like she killed a man.
Yeah, I hope she stays on her medication, and I hope that really is keeping her satiated, so to speak.
Right.
And like, yes, mental health is a problem. And we can't force people to take their medication, but like if they are a danger to other people and themselves, I think that they should want to take that medication if they know that about
the
themselves.
problem. Right, and the problem you run into is they get better and they feel good, and they're like, I don't need this medication anymore. Yeah. So
I mean, that can go
mood stabilizers and all of that are important to keep up with because there is chemical imbalances, and Heidi and I will attest to this. We have untreated ADHD, and it really,
Or
we're trying to figure it all out. It's very difficult to work with, and it gets worse. Like for females, it gets worse as we get older, and I'm definitely feeling the worst part. Like this last year has been really, really hard. So there's ADHD is a chemical imbalance, and so we're working our way to getting
I'm
all that
starting with
figured out.
natural
But
supplements, but
yeah,
I mean, they seem to help a little bit, but
the hardest part is getting a doctor that will actually listen to you and
yeah,
diagnose.
yeah. Well,
So
now,
that's what I'm running into.
yeah,
Because
I need to call my doctor because I think she's back into work now.
oh,
Thank
good,
goodness. So I'll be trying to make my appointment with her,
yeah.
get in,
But
and
we are
get back.
definitely mental health advocates,
Yeah,
and we understand mental health issues.
and we also understand you don't want to feel nothing, but like
Right.
if you are a danger to others and yourself, I would
Get the
rather
necessary treatment.
feel nothing than feel like I want to murder someone or kill myself. That's where I'm coming from. And talking about medications specifically, it's not just with mental health, it's with any illness because
Yeah.
this is something we've dealt with, like being a caregiver.
Mm-hmm.
He starts feeling like he's better
Right.
and he wants to get off some of these
Yeah.
medications, and that's a battle that
Yeah.
I do his medications, so like I make sure that he's got everything he needs.
Right.
And it's like just, it's not doing any harm, so
Just take it.
just take it cuz
Just take it.
we don't want to have to go through all that again.
No. No, we don't.
It's not good for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
So my resources were Investigation Discovery, Summit Daily, which is Colorado News, and 9 News, which is also Colorado News.
so Investigation Discovery, is that, do we have a specific show from them?
I just had an article.
Oh, okay. Can you
I
send it
don't
to me?
know if there's any, like, there's that show Snapped.
They
I
have a
thought
lot of shows.
possibly they had an episode, but they don't have an episode.
Okay.
I don't know. If anybody is listening knows of I'd like to see
Yeah,
some sort of show on this.
for
It'd be
sure.
interesting.
Send me your info on it and I will search for it in my Discovery Plus.
Sounds good.
Because maybe there's an episode in there. Maybe not.
Mhm. Maybe not. It's not very well known case, so
That's awesome though. Also disturbing and
very, very.
disgusting. And I'm sorry to anybody who was trying to eat their lunch while
I'm
listening.
sorry to the victims and
to-
loved
yeah.
ones.
Really, to any of our episodes.
As always, all of our episodes, we're sorry. We love you.
Sorry, but you're here because you like this stuff. So
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. We find it interesting.
Yeah.
And I
Right.
think we're entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, we think we are. So.
So that's all I got
All right. Ta-ta.
for now.
Thanks for listening to Crime, Coffee, and Crafts. If you love our podcast, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. This helps us more than you know. If you really love us and want to support us, go to our website at www.crimecoffeeandcrafts.com. From there, you can join our Patreon, shop our merch, and find us on social media.